Fighting began early, fast and furious, as the Rands got together and hunted the Learys up and down and
attacked them in their houses. Ginger Stag laid open Pub Palmer's cheek with a chisel, and knives were thus legitimised with the least possible form. Into the Feathers, some dozen Learys were driven, and for a while held in a bar and tap room against the Rands, who swarmed after them. Chairs, bottles, pewter pots flying thick. A petition come down in a crash, bringing shelves and many glasses with it.
Having thus cleared the house of the offending enemy, the Rands demanded recompense of liquor
and took it, dragging handles off beer engines, seizing bottles
and breaking into the cellar.
So we all stand there, we saw one bus, and then Neville got on the bus and that, so we started chasing them down the road. There's loads of us chasing them down the road and that, and then all their mates got off another bus, and by the time it's all kicked off, it's just fucking carnage, everyone chasing each other everywhere. We chased them all the way, virtually up to Collier Row.
Down the middle of the high street came Sally Green, red face, stripped to the waist.
Nail scars as wide as a finger striped her face.
Her face, her throat, and she had a black eye.
But in one great hand, she dangled a long bunch of clotted hair as she whooped in defiance.
I was ripping her hair out of her head, and she was just running. She was running away from me.
You were really ripping her hair?
Yeah, I was ripping it out of her head. Lance, my boyfriend, was behind me, pulling me off her, and I was not letting go of her because I was so pissed off that she'd spoke to me the way she did when I went over there with no attitude, nothing, yeah.
It was a trophy newly rent from the scalp of Nora Welsh, champion of the Ram Womankind, who had crawled away to hide her blighted head and be restored with gin. Wait, someone's coming down.
Keep it down, filming up here. I don't know. Hey? Who's that? Oh, what's going on, bruv? You ain't pilling, are ya? Are ya? What's going on, bruv? You cool? Look, we're filming, bruv, making a film and that. Channel 4 thing, innit? No, don't worry, they won't be filming now, like. They just start filming when I start talking and that.
We had a row with them because a few of their girls come down and they was all lippy and all that, so it was like, yeah, come get your boys, we'll meet them and all that. I was like running down the road, and like, because I was right at the front, and he jumped in the bush, and he seen me run past him, and he thought, you can all hear all my mates and all that coming behind me. I thought, fuck this, I ain't staying here. He come rustling out the bush, like, come running behind me. I just see him, I just whacked out my costume and bang, straight round his head, like, he just flopped him, just laying there, and then all my mates were just fucking stamping on his head as they was all running past, all fucking kicking him and all that. He tripped this kid over who was chasing. He had snooker balls in the sock. He tripped him over. The kid like just whacked his head on the floor, and he tried to get him back up, and he just turned him round, got the snooker balls in the sock, and held him up off the floor, just going whack, whack round his face. Like, the kid was bleeding from his ears. His eyes were bloodshot. He was shaking. I thought he was dead. Like, I actually thought he was dead. Like, we all fucked him up. Like, everyone had all dusters and all that. Like, there was cars stopping in the middle of the road. Like, one of my mates just fucking picked him up and put him on the bonnet of the car, just fucking whacking him, fucking putting bats over their head and that. Like, we just proper fucked him up. It was fucking fun. It was one of the best things I've ever experienced in my life. It was good.
We drink as if we were nothing but sponges to draw up moisture. We seldom go sober over our own thresholds. The masculine sin has now spread itself to both sexes. Neither bashfulness nor modesty can restrain us from participating in men's guilt.
For we are intemperate women who quaff with the most riotous.
We give pledge for pledge and take cup for cup. O blemish of the nation and affrightment to the very heavens. If girls look at me and think, look at her all dressed up in her short skirt, she's trying to attract attention, I don't care. At least I'm having fun. I don't care what people think about me. I kind of do what I want to do, and if people don't like it, it's tough. In these establishments, we women take up drinking, fall in with loose, immoral characters, keep late hours, and learn to enjoy unnatural excitement. Soon, the excess of our lust having exhausted the power of contending against it, we throw off the restraining, honourable yoke of delicacy, and, without a blush, openly solicit, in the most abandoned language, the first comers to gratify our insatiable desires.
Dancing is an introduction to whoredom, a preparative to wantonness, uncleanness, and an entreaty to all kinds of lewdness.
The fashionable female is more of a danger to the morals of the rising generation than the common prostitute.
I've always got a different bloke to talk about. Always. It's always different.
The porters, sailors and day labourers of London are as insolent a rabble as can be met within countries without law or police.
Inquire for an Englishman you enter a street. If you be upon the right, they direct you to the left.
Or they offend you from one of their vulgar comrades to another.
The most shocking abuse and ill language make a part of their pleasantry.
To be assailed in such manner, it's not absolutely necessary to be engaged in conversation with them. It is sufficient to pass by them.
Hey, we don't care! Nobody likes us! We don't care!
Why are they so big? Because they belong to me, dear. Everything that belongs to me is big. Big and fat and juicy. Come and take time. Dirty trick, Pearl Harbor. That was a dirty trick, that Pearl Harbor. The rudeness of the English vulgar is terrible. And this indeed is a liberty they have. The liberty of bullying and being abusive with their blackguard tongues. You know, what's the point of hiding what you think? I think you should just come out and say what you think. And then at least the other person's got a choice. They can either think, oh, well, at least he's being straight, or they can think, oh, he's right rude, isn't he?
50p a queue? Oh, fuck you for 30p. Oh, fuck you for 30p. Fresh white, bowlocks, cauliflowers, come on. Come on, hey!
In England, no rank or dignity is secure from insults. No nation is more satirical or quicker at repartee, especially the common people. This insolence is considered as only the humour and pleasantry of porters, watermen and street traders. But this humour and pleasantry was in the hands of the English Parliament one of their chief weapons against Charles I. I think we're just a bit more outspoken than a lot of people. You know, if we don't think something's right, then we're going to tell you, aren't we? You know, we're other people who shove it under the carpet or hush it up, you know what I mean? We'll turn around and tell them what we think, won't we? And I think that's right. I mean, I know, but that gets us in a lot of trouble. A lot of people don't like that. But at least we're being honest to ourselves, aren't we? Come here. I was saying to tell you, it's a nursery rhyme, it's true. The Isle of Britain is long since famous grown for breeding the best cunts in Christendom. Nobody likes us, we don't care! You're all going to die!
Oi. Don't fucking touch her. The constant excessive use of spirituous liquors
tends greatly to the destruction of our health, render us unfit for labour and business, debauching our morals and inciting us to perpetrate all manner of vices. This loathsome, odious sin of drunkenness is a foundation for many more enormous sins, such as bloodshed, murder, fornication, adultery and such like, to the great dishonour of our nation, the disabling of diverse workmen and the general impoverishment of many good subjects. This loathsome, odious sin of drunkenness is a foundation for many more enormous sins, such as bloodshed, murder, fornication, adultery and such like, to the great dishonour of our nation, the disabling of diverse workmen and the general impoverishment of many good subjects.
How do you feel about these people there?
What, him down now? He comes back up here, Joe. Get him out of the way, because I'm going to fucking kill him. Simple. I will. And I ain't joking. He comes up here again with that jacket on. All right, I will smash him all round the place. I've had enough of him, do you know what I mean? It's the second time he's grabbed hold of her. Don't touch me. I'll fucking touch you, you cunt. I'll smash you all round the place. I've got the hump, man. I'll tell you, I'm going to fucking kick the ever-loving shit out of him and throw him through that fucking window in a minute. Cunt. Oh, I'm fucking losing it. Oh, music to my fucking ears! Yeah, what are they gonna do?